Do you want a coach? Do you want a mentor? Well, you're at the right place because this is the Sherpa Live, and we're here to be your mentor, your coach, and your inspiration to finally figure out exactly what it is that you need to do to make those changes that you want to make, but you've been struggling to make. My name is AKA TGIF, and welcome to the Sherpa. We talk about personal development here. The number one topic that we talk about is learning how to quit and get yourself away from getting high with alcohol and or drugs. We also talk about change, how change happens when change does not happen. Right now I'm recording on the Anchor app, and if you'd like, you can leave a question or a comment on the Anchor app directly, and I can either play that on the show or I can respond to it simply by remembering what you said in the comment that you left. Or what you can do, you can call the voicemail hotline, and you can leave up to a couple minute question where you're struggling and what you need help with. Try to keep it brief. That phone number is 818 area code 861-9015. We give you the truth and nothing but the truth. And here's where we're different, is that I've struggled endlessly. I never had the resources to pay for a mentor or a coach. And therefore, it took me years and decades to figure out what I needed to know, understand, and learn in order for me to make the changes that I wanted to make. So it's my goal to give back to the community, give back to the world, sharing what I learned so that you or anyone who's struggling, if you have a friend that's struggling, you can refer them to the Sherpa so that if they don't have money or if they don't have financial resources, that they can still get the help, because even if they don't have the money. Okay, here we go. We got 4 major contributing factors here. So what are the most typical reasons why people don't succeed in learning how to master overcoming obstacles? And I'm talking mastery here. Number one is obvious, but we're going to start from there. If they don't know what to do or how to do it. But if you're willing, okay, the next 2, 3, and 4 will help you. But the truth is why people struggle. In reality, many people know exactly what to do and how to do it, but they're unwilling to apply. So they know what to do, they know how to do it, but they are unwilling to apply it. Usually because they're too distracted and uncommitted. So what are some of the main contributing factors why they can't or won't apply? What they know will help them move from where they are to where they want to go. That is because they have not made a decision. They have not made the decision. Typically, people don't understand the critical importance of making a decision. They overlook it. So let's take a look at what happens and what happens in your brain when you make a decision versus not make a decision. This shifts your mindset from concept to I'm going to make this a part of me. I'm going to do it. So fundamentally, this reconditioning begins and you transition past the old way. All right, note here. Note. Okay, when you made the decision and then you back it up with a commitment, okay, to develop a plan of action to implement what you know you need to do, okay? This is where you optimize your potential. Understand, folks, what optimizing is, okay? Optimizing is a critical component of growing change and creating change. You got to optimize your potential. And that's what I'm talking about here. Fundamentally at heart, we're optimizing our potential. All right, number 3, having accountability is a critical component when overcoming major obstacles. And I'll get to some details on that in a second here. Number 4, sometimes our personal ability to start making change is too much for us on our own. We need other people to guide us, encourage us, motivate us, and point us in the right direction. So one critical component of change that I found makes a huge difference is accountability. So two thoughts about having an accountability component in this process. Having someone put you in the hot seat and monitor your progress or lack of progress. And this next part is very critically important. It's vital. Giving you honest truth about your strengths and your shortcomings, where you're falling short. Because here's the reality. Day after day, we often desire change. We think about change. We get frustrated because we're not changing. We guilt trip ourselves. But we do not implement the change we need, and we struggle endlessly. And before we know it, a year has passed, 5 years passed, 10 years has passed. This is the absolute truth because this is me. The outline that I just talked about above are basically the teachable moments and the life lessons that I've learned about not applying the things that I know about change and wasting years. All right? We're just about done here. So, a couple of parting thoughts. We must become students in the pursuit of mastering what it is we desperately desire to do. And also I'll say that if you're not desperate for change, many times change will elude us. So, mastery requires a full committed effort. Half measures avail us not. Half measures avail us not. Nada zip. So if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. The primary purpose of the Sherpa Live is to help people struggling with change, to help people overcome obstacles, whether it's addiction or whether it's just change in their life. Here's what I'll say. Many people are willing to change. They're willing to put in the effort and they're willing to go to any length, but they don't have the information, they don't have the experience to transcend from where they're at to where they want to go. Let's look at athletes, for example. Athletes, world-class athletes and Olympians and aspiring athletes, the best athletes became the best athletes because they were coached and they were taught and they were mentored. And in life, typically, what happens is that if you don't have the money to hire a coach, that you will not be able to get the information that you need to move past your obstacles. So, that being said, I've been a student of life for many years. I've had many struggles in my life. I've had struggle with addiction. I've had struggles with emotional insecurities and emotional vulnerabilities. I've been in addiction recovery. I've worked in addiction recovery. And it's my goal to help people that want to make change a part of their life and want to move past where they're at today and go to where they desire to go. So there's a couple ways that you can contact me if you would like a question answered, or if you'd like some insights, or if you'd like me to provide you with some thoughts on change or whatever, or you just want some help. There's a couple ways you can do that. Right now I'm recording this podcast, this audio lesson, on the Anchor app, which if you're listening on Anchor, sorry about that, the ambulance going by. If you're listening on Anchor, you can leave a reply on the Anchor app. If you're not on the Anchor app, you can leave a voicemail at 818 area code 861-9015. Don't leave your phone number. Don't leave your contact information, but leave your first name. Here's what to do and how to leave a brief voice message. Talk about what your subject is. All right? Give me the headline of what your subject is. I'm struggling with emotional issues, or I'm struggling with issues with my parents, or I'm struggling with addiction. Give me a brief overview, of what you've done so far. Also, give me a brief overview of the areas that you know that you should be doing, but you're not doing. Tell me what part you're... just give me a brief overview in your own words. Try to keep it brief and I'll read into it. You can also email me your questions at hello@sobersherpa.com. I'm also on Instagram at I'm sober now what. I will include these addresses and phone numbers in the post. My main personal page on Instagram is AKA TGIF. Okay? I also do personal coaching one-on-one. If you are interested in a discovery call to find out how we can work together, this is a paid service, but you don't have to pay me to get my feedback. You can simply leave a voicemail, or email me, and you'll get the same treatment, other than you won't get one-on-one ongoing help. That's the difference between paid and free. But with free, you do still get the same answers, but there's no accountability component. If you hire me, you get an accountability component. You get me to push you. Anyway, this is the Sober Sherpa Live, aka TGIF. I'll just tell you, 2003, I was homeless. I was dealing with emotional vulnerabilities. I was dealing with being overwhelmed in life, and I was lost. I wasted years trying to figure it out. But what I did learn to do is to take my problems in my life and my challenges and my obstacles and teach them and convert those into teachable moments and life lessons to where I learned how to work through my problems and how my problems can become solutions in my life. My final parting shot is that people don't become wise and they don't become smart by having an easy life. Get busy, aka TGIF here.